hallucinant. Tout ce qui se liche, par respect. Arrivé sur les louches. Allez, ça louche.
Most wanted, most wanted, most wanted, most wanted, most wanted, most wanted, most wanted.
My mic was very muted, but we should be good now. My camera's not working, so let me figure that one out. There we go. Usually it just needs to be reset. And we're good to go. How are we doing today? We doing good? We having a good Friday? I've had a cold. So I do not know how talking's gonna affect me today. But we'll see. So let's get this show on the road. We're starting with airbyte. I don't know why the Docker instructions say we have to install airbyte. But that's straight up what it does. So I'm really confused. But I think it's because it wants us to use this. It wants us to use Docker Compose, which is not necessarily what I'm going for. No, but how are you doing today, chat? You having a good Friday, chat? Is anybody working? I'm not. I have had 2 weeks off. And I cannot believe how refreshing it's been. I feel a little guilty. Because there's a ton of stuff I should have been doing. But, you know, whatever. Here we go. Where's the Docker Compose file? Made it sound like it's a .secret file. That's amazing. Are you using dev container? And they have a Docker ignore, which means they probably have a Docker Compose. And I'm probably gonna have to take breaks to, Pedro, why didn't you say anything? Ooh. Pedro didn't connect. Because it doesn't know... I know why. I need to add a new secret to my secret file. Heh. Give me a second. So I updated Pedro over the weekend to have a new way of connecting to so to have a new way of connecting to the thing. To the Llama C++. And so Let me see if I can connect to Pedro now. Pedro's up. Cool. Pedro should be able to respond. Harito, ask Pedro a question. You shouldn't text me and say you're watching if you don't want to type. Oh, dang it. Unsupported protocol scheme. Hey, Carry On. How are you doing? Kara? Carry On. What does it mean, chat? 120. Oh, I clearly forgot the port. Give me a second. I need to add the port. Okay. My goodness. Okay. Pedro's live again. You can test it out now. Harito, you know, if you're on your computer, it's much easier to subscribe. And then you don't get ads. Also, apparently, if you use Firefox, you can skip ads. Because it's... Oh, okay, then don't... Oh, why did it... Chat completions. Failed to get response. I want... Oh, this is the port. What did I do? Okay, sorry. Pedro's broken. And Pedro... What did I do to Pedro? Okay, I'll show you what I did. Sorry to have to debug this live, but you know, whatever. Pedro can connect to Twitch, it's just not connecting to the LLM. So, what did I change? When I add Pedro messages or timer, add... Pedro's dead. Here it is. Yeah, so HTTP 127.0.0.1. Oh, looks like I need the HTTP part. Okay. One more time. Okay. Now you should be able to talk to Pedrito. Pedrito! Pedrito! We didn't get an error this time. So that's good. Good news. And we got a post. Pedro, where are you? Oh, Pedro's alive! We did it! Okay. We can go back to airbyte. Okay. It just needed the HTTP. Okay, good. Good to know. Where were we? We were over here looking at this. So it literally says, okay, sorry. And then it run ab platform.sh. So that must be here. This made by Airbyte HQ, so cool. Golang or AI, those are the only options. Here it is. Wow, somebody thought a lot about this. You haven't looked at Airbyte in 2 years? Well, so I wouldn't look at Airbyte if I didn't have to connect to HubSpot at work. Like, honestly, I'm only doing this for HubSpot data. Like, that is it. I don't want to integrate with HubSpot. There's HubSpot data that this integrates with, QuickBooks data that it integrates with, Notion data that for some reason we want to integrate with. I mean, and it orchestrates with Dagster, so I can do orchestration with this and DBT at the same time. So, like, that's the only reason I'm looking at it. Somebody gave a talk at the meetup like 6 months ago about the data meetup. I guess it was in March. So, like, I think there are, like, and I was told, I posted about it in Forge Slack. Do I have a Forge Slack command? I should have a Forge Slack command. If not, it's in meetups. Is it meetups or meetup? There we go. Yeah, there we go. I posted about it in Forge Slack, and their comment was, it's slow. And I'm like, great. I don't care. As long as it takes less than, like, 2 days, that's fine. I have no need for, like, real time or high speed or anything. It can be as slow as it wants to be. And it can take as much compute as it wants. It's just me. We already had our issues with Fivetran. So, like, let's try this. And then I don't have to deal with HubSpot. Like, because that's the only thing. Airbyte. See, that's the thing, though, is I don't want to clone this just to run Airbyte. Like, that seems stupid to me. Like, I should be able to just... yeah, I think Airbyte is 100% built for the data engineers who don't do engineering. You know what I'm saying? Like, the ones that are just connecting wires. And there's a lot of data engineers who just connect wires. It's not me, but for HubSpot, that's all I want. Yeah, and that's what Fivetran is too, as well. And which I don't want to use either. I just don't want to build APIs for everything. Like, I would build APIs for everything if it wasn't just me. Because API connections are easy and they're so fast. So, like, you know. But, like, I have no need for real time. I have no need, like, that's it. Thanks, Harito. I know you understand completely. Plus, guess what? I believe Airbyte connects to Google Sheets, so, like, you can even use it at work, Harold. I think it connects to what's the thing you use that you have the backpack for? It connects to that. So they can put that in the data warehouse and give it to you in SQL instead of your Google Sheet. I lost Docker here a minute ago. So we've got the script will download the necessary files for running Docker. Yeah, but sorry, I'm used to searching in Vim. Data assets Docker compose YAML.env, which is what I... But like... Where is... This script and Docker Compose have both been deprecated. Okay, so I can't do it in Docker? Oh. Great. There we go. Then let's just go to the quick start and figure out what okay. Oh, I knew this. Okay, so I have to do it this way. That's the only option. There you go. Kara, we've got another knock on their thing. They don't support. Okay, we're gonna do it on Linux, and I'm just gonna do it this way. It doesn't... What does it mean, Docker? Oh, yeah, I think this just runs Docker for you. The problem is... Yeah, you gonna start using Linux, Harold? You're typing this on your phone? It's way easier... It's because they watch what you do on your work computer, right? I am... Okay. Okay, so here's the thing. That download Linux isn't going to... Oh, how do you do stuff like that? Okay. Did it download it for me? It did. Dang it. I can do this. Watch me leverage the magic of Tailscale. So I go over here. Oh, Finder's hiding up here. Go over here, look at all of my beautiful videos. These are all of my download Linux. maybe a misleading button. Notice how they said pick your architecture, and they don't let you choose which architecture. You just like get something, and so at least it gave me an ARM output. No, it gave me an AMD. Did it give me... I'm not... Stop it. Downloads. What did it give me? It gave me the AMD 64. I can't use AMD 64. It's like on... I'm on a Pi. I need an ARM. Right? How do you start a home lab? All you have to do is have one extra computer. The easiest way to start a home lab is get refurbished hardware. See? ARM 64. So like, I have 2 Raspberry Pis and a refurbished Windows machine. I know a lot of people will go to like PC laptops and stuff like that and just get like old servers and just run them. Like, it's way cheaper than a Pi. So yeah, all you have to do is just have a leftover whatever. So okay, let's go to the download manual. This was the manual one. Oh, I should just do this. Duh. Why was I doing it the hard way? Yes, just one extra computer. That's all you need. Well, it's you don't have to have an old server. You can also, I know a lot of people that'll put them in garages. But yeah, like I just have a Windows machine. I run WSL on it, and it was like, you can get them for like $150. So, okay, I got it. The only way to run airbyte. Hey, Rug, how you doing? Look, it's Friday today. It's Friday today. The Pis are not loud. So my Raspberry Pis do make the fan makes noise because I have cases that have fans for both of them. They're very quiet. Kara's right. Basically, just keep your old computers as home labs. Like, you can use Macs. And then just make sure you install Tailscale. You make sure you install Tailscale, and then it becomes part of your Tailscale network, and you're done. It's Friday. I've been off. My last day was the 20th. So I did not work the 23rd. It's been 2 weeks. I am refreshed. I've been sick for 3 days. If you can tell from my voice, but my throat feels so much better. I couldn't talk. I would have streamed for the past 2 days, but I couldn't talk. So we need to do a local install, I think. I think that's what we're going to be doing. Right? Okay, run airbyte. Yep. If I have fewer than 4 CPUs, I need to... There you go, Kara. Reason number 1. Determine Docker client installed. Oh, gosh. Okay, so I do have Podman installed, so now I just need to create an alias. Do I have a bash RC? Sorry, Vim is not installed. Clearly I do. Oh look! I do have Docker alias to Podman, so yeah, it should be fine. Yeah, that's fine. I don't need... that. Yeah, okay, DuckDB runs. What's their problem? Oh. It doesn't like Podman. I refuse to run a Docker daemon. Let's see what it says. I also go back to work on Monday, and my job thinks they're going to do a hackathon. Thanks. Sorry, I should not be as cynical as I am. You wonder why I was burned out? It's because I'm just cynical, neurotic, whatever. Is it because I want it to run headless? I think that's the reason. Sorry. So they're doing this hackathon starting on Monday, but like I have work from before the break that needs to be done, and I do not think I will participate in it at all. Like just from the amount of work I have to do, and so it really sucks. Run Docker desktop. Ooh, that's the problem. Why do I have to run Docker desktop? Can you do... if I had a Kubernetes container, obviously I could do whatever I wanted. Right? Migrate from Docker Compose. Installing airbyte. Helm install. I'm not running Kubernetes. Why? They were doing a hackathon. It's not because it's like they were like, oh, we'll kick off the year with a bang, and I'm sitting here like, why didn't we do it at the end of the year? If we could take 2 weeks off, we could do it at the end of the year. But like, it's because we don't have a product roadmap. So they're like, how do we keep people busy without a product roadmap? Oh, look. Okay. Local development with Nginx? That you still have to have a freaking Kubernetes cluster local. What do you mean? Yeah. Like, at the end of the year makes sense. Before you start... Okay. Oh, gosh. Maybe this... Oh, this is what I want. I think this is what I want. Yeah, it is always the busiest time. That's why, I don't know. We're doing it Q1, which I also think is the busiest time because that's the only time where they're like, where we have goals. like Q1, we have all of these ambitious goals. 2 and 3, we kind of just coast. And then 4, we have to finish all of our goals, right? And so it's a whole thing. So I need to check this. Let's run this. That wasn't supposed to be so anticlimactic. Okay, so we have bootloader connector server web app, busybox, Minio, temporal. Temporal? Excuse me? Temporal? What is this? Temporal. I feel like I'm confused. Okay. That's the one I want to use. I am trying to understand what those are. See, I told you I was sick. Hey, does anybody want to test Pedro? Pedro should have a history of the last 10 chats, and Pedro should have Pedro's past chats. So feel free to try and hack Pedro. So Pedro, okay. So airbyte uses temporal. Nice. Okay. If your registry So you should be able to say, Pedro, I think one of your, and it should have complete context of that conversation. Okay, so I'm not deploying a registry server. No, so okay, so it's only with Kubernetes. That's annoying. Okay. So this is airbyte with the temporal backload back. Okay, I see why they had the script that sets everything up now. But it doesn't like my Docker. Let's try this. Airbyte headless. Oh, that means they want me to pay for it. I don't want to pay for it. Airbyte without Docker. Yep. Okay, so it needs a Docker engine, but I'm using Podman. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry, I'm just clicking buttons right now. I guess I don't understand. They gave me a list of... over here. It has connector images. Oh look, Pedro seemed to be doing a good job with context. Good job, Pedro. So these are all of the ones it has access to by default. Got you. That's what that's saying. So I don't need to add custom ones unless I want to build a custom thing. That's good. But then... sorry. When I did this, it said that the issue was error communicating with Docker, unable to create Docker client. Should I remove Podman and install Docker on a Raspberry Pi? Like, well, let's just see if that fixes it. No, because I have, what's its stuff, and because I already tried that, didn't I? This is out of scope for the tutorial. So Podman does have a desktop instance. That's not what I'm looking at. Podman Docker daemon. Something like that, right? Like that's the issue we're running into. Oh yes, this is it. So the issue is it's probably not passing Docker IO when it does the pull. So with Podman, when I do Podman pull, right? So if I were to do Podman pull Postgres, it would fail because we don't have a registry. But if I do Podman pull docker.io/Postgres, that connects just fine because we have that set up. I 100% think that that's the issue. So I need to set up this. That's where we're at. As one of... okay. And the easiest way to do that, like they say everywhere, is with the desktop. That's not what I want. Registries.conf. Okay. Let's just go to the Podman docs. Because I feel like this is cool. Sorry, I got distracted. Okay, so I can just... Sorry. I just got distracted. We've got Podman installed. Yeah. Before performing any Podman client commands, you must enable the Podman sock. Let's do that. I think that's already been enabled, but we'll just in case, right? See, let's check this out. Look at all of these, like, previews. Oh, I don't want to do iPhone mirroring. Okay, Linux ARM, we've got volumes, config, hostname, Raspberry Pi. Okay, seems to be pretty good. I don't think that's what I need. Like, that's what I would need if I had a custom one. I don't have a custom one. So... Podman pod? WSL term. Good to know that I can set that up in my WSL. Container PIDs. Okay, sorry, I got way distracted. And the way I got distracted is pulling an image. Okay. Cool. Notice how they all use Docker IO here, so... This is detached, obviously. Tutorial setup Podman, Go RESTful bindings, remote client, how to use libpod. Okay, so I just need to modify that thing. I was scared. I was hoping there was... Sorry. The reason for all of this search and stuff was I thought that Podman had some magical, like, way of pulling their registries config and updating it. It doesn't look like there is. So I just need to go to Podman registries comp. What was the path? I gotta figure out what that path was. Oops. Podman registries. Yeah, great. I don't want to use the desktop. Okay. That's what I need. So... it was there, so we have unqualified registries, and we have qualified registries. If I go to the example, over here, they have these. Oops. I overloaded my... thing. Oh, well, I guess... didn't write it. So we need to have unqualified registries. Oh, this is the problem with VI, is the UI doesn't always update. So example in foo.com and whatever. Docker.io is one we need to add. Oh, sorry. And then we need to add prefix Docker.io. Okay. And that should work. Sorry. Not that should work. That should match. Docker.io and Docker.io. Okay. Should we check out that one? I think it's gonna get mad at me if I don't have... I misspelled that. They're gonna get mad at me if I don't have Kubernetes running. Kubernetes wasn't a prerequisite, was it? Nope. It's just Docker Desktop. Let's see what it says if I want to run it on GCP. No, I just have to run it in Kubernetes, so that's it. Does it? I didn't even look at this. Did it say any? Does error running Docker command? No, it just said something about this. Right, chat? I know, it's annoying. It's because the Podman machine's not running. That's why. It's because the Podman machine's not running. That's exactly why. And watch. Podman machine.
The exploration of space will go ahead, and it is one of the great adventures of all time. Its conquest deserves the best.
Is there a list?
For we meet in an hour of change, in a decade of hope, in an age of knowledge. Even though I realize that this is, in some measure,
Let's try Podman system. Didn't it just say Podman system was a thing? Oh, it's Podman system. So Podman, so when I start Podman machine. So this machine right here is the daemon that's running on my machine. This is emulating the Docker daemon. And I have to run this locally on my Mac, or else it won't emulate Docker. But for some reason, this Podman on the Pi doesn't have a machine option. Which means there's like no daemon running, I guess. But like I can do Podman PS. Sorry, images. Like I have images. I can do Podman PS. And I have my DuckDB instance that I want to connect to airbyte. Like I have everything I want. It just won't run. Let's do Podman. So a network should be kind of like a subnet, so it creates routing internally to the Docker network. So that's not what I want. So I guess I'm just missing what this... Okay, so Podman requires a virtual machine because Linux containers do not run on any other OS because containers store core functionality in Linux kernels. Okay, so we run a VM otherwise for that. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so I don't need a VM here. Rootless is what I was having issue with on the other guy. So that's this issue. Okay, so what if I did Raspberry Pi run Podman Podman System Service. Podman System Service creates a listening service that answers API calls from Podman. Okay, sorry. I think I need to read this more thoroughly. But in the meantime, I need to go to the bathroom. I've been drinking a lot of water. I need to grab a cough drop. So taking a break. Okay. Cool. I'll be back. Let's go potty pups.
Looks like Theodore's been here. Maybe that's why I couldn't contact O'Neill. Got it. Theodore.
I guess this means nobody's in chat. Okay, guys. We're back. Sorry. Got water and I got cough drops. My throat's hurting. So I think... no one here at all. Hey, Kara. How you doing? Okay. Let me know. So I have two thoughts. Obviously, option one is set up this Podman service system service thing. That's option one. And option two is Kubernetes. That seems to be like legitimately the only two options for running airbyte. And again, I am only running airbyte to avoid using the HubSpot API. So yeah. I'll try this. And then it literally is like a witch poison situation. I don't mind having a personal Kubernetes cluster at home. I just don't think I have enough hardware to merit that. So I'm not super interested in setting that up for myself. Hey, just Mikey. How you doing? Can I call you just Mikey? Did the alert play? Cool. Good. I just didn't hear it because clearly my output's not set up right. And I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's why. So it needs to be set up there. And then I need to go over here to chat. Not chat. Headphone. And I need to add... How do we add things? Sorry. Okay. I need to add a virtual. Okay. And in headphone we have virtual, and in stream we don't have virtual. Now I should be able to hear it. Cool. I'm glad the alert played. Because we're muted. I just killed the audio. It's fine. If this isn't up, it won't work. And then our output needs to be music. You can hear me though, right? I don't know why I can't hear the music, but... But you can hear the music, so, you know, whatever. Oh, I know why. Because I have to have this set up. So there's this, sorry. There's this thing called listen that clearly I didn't set up. I don't know. And if I click, okay. I don't know. I broke it. But you can hear it, so that's all that matters. I'm not sick, I promise. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, so where do we land? We landed on 2 things. First thing, we ask the internet. Right? We always gotta ask the internet. And then I'll put it in Slack too. Is there a way to run airbyte without running a Kubernetes cluster? Okay. Because that's going to cause a problem at work too if I have to run a Kubernetes. Like, it's really going to be annoying. It's going to be so annoying. I have to do that at work. It is an onion. It is quaint an onion. I agree with that. Okay, well, sorry. So here's the thing. It's got a lot of things here. And we clearly need to do a local install. And that would give me everything I needed locally. And to be fair, I could just do a local install on a VM at work, and so it should mirror. So if I could get this to run for myself, then I could get Twitch and YouTube metrics, which is like the intention of what I'm going for locally, is to get Twitch and YouTube metrics. And then at work, I'd be able to do HubSpot. I don't want HubSpot locally. Could care less about HubSpot. HubSpot's a pile of garbage. No, did I say HubSpot was a pilot? Yes, HubSpot is. I agree. Oh, I found it. Okay, I still don't know why I can't hear anything. Oh, now I do. Got it. I fixed it. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did, but I fixed it. Okay, so we're gonna try this. So it says Podman service system commands create a listening service that answers API calls for Podman. The command is available on Linux systems and is usually executed by systemd services. This command is not available when Podman is executed directly on Windows or Mac hosts. They use the machine one instead. Or in other sessions where the Podman is accessing a remote Podman API. The REST API provided by the Podman service system service is split into 2 parts. Compatibility layer, offering support for the Docker v1.40 API and the Podman native libpod layer. Okay. Both APIs are versioned, but the server does not reject requests in an unsupported version yet. Okay. The command Podman system service supports systemd socket activation, as it should. When this command is run in a systemd service. The API service can therefore be provided on demand. If systemd service is not already running, it will be activated as soon as the client connects to a listening socket. System D then executes the podman system service command after some time of inactivity as defined by the time option. The command terminates. System D sets podman.service state to inactive. At this point, there's no podman system service running and no necessary compute sources wasted. Well, that's good. I'm glad they thought ahead. The systemd unit files are declared by Podman API are podman service and podman socket. Cool. The path contained in the systemd specifier %t, which systemd expands the value to the environment of the run xdg runtime directory. In addition, the systemd user services, there's also a systemd system service podman.service. It runs rootful podman as accessed via the Unix socket. So that's what I want, right? Sorry. I think that's what I want, because it runs as rootful. It needs to run as rootful, and that would, if this works, it would also fix podman on my other Pi that I want for Pedro. I was trying to get Pedro to run on my other Pi via Docker, and it didn't work. I don't need cores. I don't need help. Okay. Example, start the user systemd socket for a rootless service, configure the Docker host. It's also possible to run the API without using systemd socket activation. In this case, the API will not be available on demand because the command will stay terminated after inactivity. So let's just test it with this and see if it works. So we'll do 60 seconds, right? That way it can time out and do everything. And so if I can test it with this and it works, then I'll do the systemd one. Is that not, do I need to do... I feel like this is like literally running. And so now I can go local service, wasn't that? Low resource mode. No, it didn't work. Did this stop? No. What if I just didn't do a time? So this should be running. I didn't do it. Dang! Well, if that didn't solve it, then I don't know what will. I do want to keep this open because I do think this will be super helpful for my other one. So I'll keep that open. As you know, all of my tabs auto-close every day. It's amazing. I don't do that on my work computer, but I do it on this one. Cool. I don't know what to say. Airbyte's a pile of hot garbage. Facts. Well, there you go. You know, and I thought people really liked airbyte, but I guess those people are just on, again, we're on that old bandwagon, aren't we? My dog just passed some gas and he's sitting underneath me and it stinks. Wait, did I need to do this? Sorry, I feel like I need to test this first. Do I still have them both open? Okay. That was it! Wait! Magic! I just needed to export the Docker host. Nice. So that means I should do the systemd stuff. Okay, oh, that quit running. Okay, let's do that systemd stuff while we're here. Configure systemd socket to be started automatically after reboot. Well, I'm en route. So it should be fine to just do this and just reset it. Okay. Cool. And now it's enabled to start after reboot, so. Holy F, I can't believe we got it working. It's probably going to take a long time because... Oh, there's one more thing I needed to do. And that was... I need to export this permanently. So let's go. Okay. That's good. I'm gonna exit out of the second window. And it will probably take a while to run this, but hey, now I know I can run it out of EM. And it's pretty colors. You worried? Worried about it working because of the lack of resources? It probably won't work. Or worried about it working because it's using kind, it said. And that's probably why it has a resource issue, right? Is kind. Oh, with Podman. Oh, interesting. No, Podman should have full compatibility with Docker. It was just, I think it was a matter of getting it to connect to the daemon that was running. And now I don't know. Cross your fingers. I think hopefully this forced it open. Because we told the Docker host to point to the Podman socket, which is the daemon. Already crossed. Well, this is what did we do? We've done this is when you do a prediction and you say you have to ask, will airbyte run on my Pi 4, and I think I don't. So this is a Pi 4 compute module. So it's slightly more beefy. Okay. It's taken 5 minutes so far. So we've got a 5-minute prediction. I think it'll take longer than 5 minutes. So feel free to put it in the prediction. My goodness, fingers crossed. I don't know. I don't know if it'll work. Is this the whole thing? Question is, how long will it take? I think it'll take a while. I think we've got at least 5 more minutes. While we're doing that, I'm gonna do the same thing on this Pi that we just did for the other one. One eternity later. SpongeBob joke, right? The other not you. Okay. Oh no! We crashed. Boo, now you all know ahead of time. No. Dang it, the prediction's over. I thought it would take longer. It's as bad as running airflow. Okay, so get airbyte health, control plane. So this seemed to work, like the getter was working for a while. And then unfortunately, an error has occurred timed out waiting for a condition. Additionally, a control plane component may have crashed or exited when started by the container runtime. I love seeing that Cobra is still used. I thought they got rid of that. I know they got rid of Viper. And I thought didn't. I don't know if. Wait. 6 minutes and 19 seconds. No, it's definitely not running. So there's a provider. Docker's connected, so Podman with Docker did work, but it crashed. It had to be compute, right? It died because it didn't have enough compute. Well, that's stupid. There's gotta be compute. Because it said it needed... right here. It said something about airbyte needed, like... I'm sorry, I'm gonna be coughing for a while. It's gonna be really annoying. It probably means we should wrap up stream, and I apologize. Because it's annoying. Where were we? We were talking. One of these things talked about the compute resources. And that we would need CPUs. How many? I don't want to install anything. I'm not running anything except for like systemd. I mean Linux kernel stuff. And Tailscale. It's only got 2 gigabytes of memory. Not 4. That's why. We're not going to do anything on 2 gigabytes of memory. Dang it. Where was that curl command? Where was that curl command? I don't want it to run on this Pi. I want Pedro to run on this Pi. But with only 2 gigabytes of memory, I should probably switch everything. Shouldn't I? Okay, let's try on this one. Let's see if I can get it to run on this one, since I already did that. It's the last time. Last time.
Free Palestine.
And this one has 4 CPU. It said to do, right, so it said, if there are fewer than 4 CPUs, do low resource mode, which is what we just did. And I bet this one also has fewer than 4 CPUs. What? I just fixed that. Oh. I just fixed that.
Free Palestine.
Did I do something else? Okay, I don't want political messages in my music. That's why. So, oh my gosh. We gotta, I hate coughing on stream. I'm so sorry for this. I started a poll vote for who we should raid. I apologize. I just hate coughing on stream. Hate it. It's the worst. What? That should be everything that I had that was different. Oh, there's one thing we did forget. The registries thing. I just don't remember. There it is.
Our soul is what survives of all of this when our time comes. And that's one thing that will happen for all of us. We all die. We'll leave this body and go back to the source. Our body goes back to the earth because it comes from the earth. We all die.
Yeah, we did that. This took a minute. No, it's not it. Okay, we got our raid set. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. I'm not gonna fuss too much with this because I don't think I have enough compute on my pies anyway. You've been great. And I guess I'll have to figure something else out. And we'll still get the analytics running because I can do whatever I want with cron jobs. So, good luck, everybody, going back to work. And have a happy New Year, guys. Hopefully you can get a lot of coding done.
don't understand, right? Taps, you're thinking that the shallow copy doesn't work. The shallow copy is the one that works. The deep copy is the one that doesn't work.